Hello everyone, this is Shannon from That's So Po, and today I'm here with my husband Sush, and we are doing the Choose the Year book tag. This was originally created by Mel's Bookland Adventures, and we were tagged by Reija at the Book Finch. So this tag is basically to choose a year and then on Goodreads look at the top 200 books from that year and kind of talk about which books you've read, which books look interesting, etc. So we decided to go ahead and look at 2012, which was the year we got married, so that we do this together and take a look at what books were out that year. We're going to just scroll through and display the books and do all of the tag prompts kind of as we go through. So the first prompt is the first prompt was to choose the year, but the next one is to talk about the books that you've read, then to talk about the books that you want to read, to talk about the most obscure sounding books, and then kind of pick one that has the strangest cover. So we're gonna go ahead and go through the different books and talk about which ones we have read, want to read, etc. So for this, if you see any that you have read.
I think Gone Girl #2 is something that has been on my TBR for a while now. Has a lot of interest in it, but had never gotten around to. So,
I see.
Yeah,
yeah I don't have any interest in it. The Martian, I've read The Martian on audiobook and I absolutely loved it. Did we listen to it together?
Yep, the audiobook in particular is really good for this.
Yeah, I really loved that. I Am Malala, that was something that I read this year and I thought was really strong, had a lot of good messages in it.
And Wild by Cheryl Strayed, we saw the movie, we didn't read the book. The movie was really good. I was semi-interested in the book.
Yeah. A Man Called Ova.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, so that book is really good. Also, the movie is quite good too. So I really like Frederick Bachman, and A Man Called Ova I think is my favorite of his books. Quiet by Susan Cain. This is a book that I read for a book club and I was not a fan. It's a nonfiction talking about kind of introversion, and I think that there were some good points in it, but I wasn't so much a fan of the way that the author presented it. Sometimes I think, you know, there can be a focus on how great introversion is at the cost of belittling extroverts and things like that. So I wasn't as huge of a fan.
Then The Power of Habit, Why We Do, by Charles Duhigg, maybe. I feel like Paul did a review of it, or someone we follow did a review of it.
I'm
that was
interested in it as well. That's on my
list.
Yeah, that's on my list as well. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, And the Mountains Echoed by Khalid Hosseini. This is definitely on my TBR. I read The Kite Runner and thought it was very good, solid literary fiction. So I'm interested in picking that up. Shadow and Bone, which is, I think, part of the Grisha series, right?
Oh, yes it is. Okay, yeah.
So we've both read that, I think, and it was okay.
I really liked the fantasy aspect of it, and the magic, and kind of like the Russian fairy tale aspect. The love triangle did not work for me. Anything after this book is when I started basically doing a love triangle filter on books that I read, for a while at least.
Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This is on my TBR and I have checked it out more than once from the library, but I just haven't actually gotten around to reading it, but I expect very good things of it. Let's see.
So Let's Pretend This Never Happened, True Memoir. Love the title and the book cover, and I think that this is probably my pick for the other prompts.
Yeah, so this book cover is probably what I would choose in terms of like strangest book cover. I don't know if we can see it very clearly, but it's got a little mouse in like a Shakespearean outfit. That is a pretty strange cover. So that's my choice for that. Okay, let's see what else there is.
Oh, Daring Greatly is currently in my Libby. It got borrowed when we were in Ireland for me last time, and I couldn't read it at that time, and I put a hold on it, and it's only now. Brené Brown has a long wait list, but I'm very interested in reading that book.
Yeah, I think I read Brené Brown's first book a long time ago, and I really liked it. She's got a great TED Talk, so that's on my TBR as well. It's like now we're getting to lots of things I've never even heard
Secret
of.
Keeper, haven't you read?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I've never even heard of it. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Wow, lots of things. Oh, Where'd You Go, Bernadette? That's kind of on my TBR, just in that I've heard about it, and Olive from BOOKolive did an interesting video comparing the book to the movie, because the movie came out somewhat recently and had Cate Blanchett in it. So that made me interested in picking that up. I'll link Olive's video below. Let's see. Lots of like romance and fantasy and things.
Yeah.
Oh, The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich. That is something that I want to pick up. Louise Erdrich is a pretty well-known author within the Indigenous community. So I haven't read anything by her, but I'm very much interested in it.
What about the Hunger Games Companion?
We have not read the companion. Yeah. Oh, as far as obscure, I noticed that in 2012 there were quite a few titles which are written in Arabic. All of those are very obscure for me because I can't even read the titles. So that's what I choose for obscurity.
I think the obscure was difficult for me because I didn't know how to really treat
Yeah. I mean, it's like most of this is obscure.
Red Shirts.
Oh, Red Shirts. Yes, we've read Red Shirts by John Scalzi. That's the only John Scalzi that I've read so far. I really do want to read other ones by him.
Yeah.
So that's on the list of things that we have read.
Caliban's War.
Caliban's War, which is the second in The Expanse. We saw the first season of The Expanse TV show and it was pretty good. So I'm interested in picking up the book series.
For me, I'm waiting till the series ends and then I will read them
And
all.
it's almost ended, right?
Yes.
It's just got one book left.
Yeah.
So that's kind
I've
of...
been waiting for a while for that.
Yeah, that's on the to-do. Let's see. So many things I have never heard of. Have no idea what they're about. I mean, we're getting pretty far down the list. Wow, is there anything that...
Hold on.
Sure.
The Signal and the Noise.
Yes.
By Nate Silver. This has also been on my intend to list. Somehow I don't know why. Is this the
538 guy?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's not had a long wait, but I never seem to be in the mood to read it, even though I want to read it. So I'll have to revisit that and figure out what I feel about it.
Yeah, that's on my TBR as well. It's just kind of about statistics and predictions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of interesting. The guy who wrote it runs a website called 538, which has done a lot of like predictions of things like politics and such.
And then at number 160, you have Anti-Fragile, Things That Gain from Disorder by Nicholas Nassim Taleb. This book is my pick for obscure title.
Oh.
And I mean, the word anti-fragile seems to kind of be like, wait, what are we trying to talk about? And it gets me curious.
That are against fragility?
So basically, and the thing is, I have read quite a bit of Nicholas Nassim Taleb. And what I find is, in general, he is really, really arrogant, and a lot of his book is complaining and being dismissive, but the core of a lot of ways he thinks about things is still interesting, and so I still gain something from reading those books. It's just, again, I'm on a break from the author for now, but yeah.
We're reaching the end of things that I've heard of. Oh, Why Nations Fail. I'm a little bit interested in that. I feel like I've heard about this before, and I feel like this is looking at maybe income inequality. Mm-hmm. So I'm semi-interested in that one. Mm-hmm. But the nonfiction books that I'm interested in are like very, very many. Mm-hmm. And the number that I pick up each month is very, very few. So that doesn't mean I'll get to it anytime soon. Okay. And we did it, 200, yay! So those are looking at the top 200 books in 2012 on Goodreads. The ones that we read, the ones that we're interested in reading, the obscure titles, and the strangest cover. So that is it. And I don't know, is there anybody that you want to tag for this?
I don't know, I haven't thought.
Okay, let's see. Who have I not tagged recently? I think that maybe Eva from Eva Strange. It would be fun to see her do this tag. She's got a lot of interesting reading, and I'd be interested to see what year she picks. So Eva, if you're interested in doing the tag, I'd love to see you do it, and hope you guys enjoyed our kind of joint version of this tag.